Hello everyone, Sai Ram. Welcome back to the science class. So children, today we are going to start with the new lesson, that is lesson number 15, Air, Water and Weather, and this is part 1. So let's start. Children, you must be noticed that the air is all around us, right? We are surrounded by air. We cannot see the air, but we can feel the air when it blows, right? Now we'll see one interesting example of it. Take a balloon and blow air in it. Like a girl is blowing air in the balloon, right? After some time, you can see that the balloon growing in size, right? But you will not be able to see the air inside it, right? Why is it so? Yes, because we cannot see the air, right? But if you release the air from the balloon, you can feel the air, right? So you can feel the air when it moves. So the moving air is called wind. Okay. Now let's see one more example of it. When you run or when you ride your bicycle very fast, you can feel the air is moving against your body, right? Now let's see one more example of it. In the picture, you can see one boy is flying a kite, right? And in the third picture, you can see one man is doing adventure. That is called paragliding, okay? So all these things are possible, or all these things moves because air is there. Now let's study about the air. What does air contains? Okay? Hang some wet clothes in the sun. These clothes dry after some time, right? Do you know why? It's because the heat of the sun changes the water present in these clothes into water vapor. This water vapor mixes with the air, right? Then the water present in ponds, lakes and well also goes into the air as water vapor, okay? Thus we can say that the air contains water vapor, okay? Then air is made up of several gases. The important ones are oxygen, carbon dioxide and nitrogen. And what do we breathe in? We breathe in a gas called oxygen, right? The air may also contain water vapor, dust and germs. All plants and animals breathe in oxygen, right? And carbon dioxide is used by plants to make food, right? Then air also has smoke and some other harmful gases given out by cars and factories. These gases pollute the air, and when you breathe in this polluted air, you can fall sick. Air also contains dust and smoke. In a dark room, observe the light coming out of a hole. You can see the dust particles moving in the air. Okay? When we sweep the floor or road, dust particle mix with the air. And smoke is released when we burn something, right? So smoke from factories, home and vehicles mixes with the air, right? And this smoke pollute the air, and if we breathe in this polluted air, we may fall sick, right? Yes, here you can see in this picture, during the daytime plants breathe in carbon dioxide and breathe out oxygen, right? And during the night time plants breathe in oxygen and breathe out carbon dioxide. So we can say that air contains dust, smoke, germs and other harmful gases, right? Air also has oxygen, carbon dioxide and nitrogen, right? Now we will study about the forms of water. Okay? Our planet is called blue planet, right? Tell me why? Yes, it's because 70% of surface is covered with the water. Water is present even in the air in the form of water vapor. So, water is found in rivers, lakes and sea, and it is also found under the ground. In nature, water exists in 3 different states. Okay, water is in liquid form, then in the solid form, and third form of water is gaseous form. Okay, mostly in nature water is found in liquid state. Okay, and the solid form of water is called ice, and gaseous form of water is water vapor. Okay, water that we see in water bodies, water that we drink and water that we use to wash our hands is in liquid form. Okay, it flows. Water is a liquid, it flows. Okay, if we keep water in the freezer of refrigerator, it changes to ice, right? Ice is a solid form of water. Okay, snow, ice and snowflakes are called the solid forms of water, and this process is called freezing process. When water changes to ice, that process is called freezing process. Okay, and now we will see what will happen if we keep ice in a warm place. Yes, it again changes back to water, and this process is called melting process. Okay, ice is a hard and it is called a solid. Okay, ice changes back to water on melting, and water changes to ice on freezing. Water in the form of steam or water vapor is called gaseous form of water. Now let's see how one form of water changes to another form of water. Okay, when we heat water, water changes into gaseous state. Okay, it slowly disappears. Water changes into water vapor, and this process is called evaporation process. Okay, water vapor is a gas. Okay, when water is heated for some time, it slowly disappears and it changes into water vapor. This process is called evaporation process. Okay, water vapor is a gas, and you can change water vapor back to water by cooling it. Yes, here you can see in this picture, you can see how gaseous state of water changes back to liquid state of water, right? So you can change water vapor back to water by cooling it. Okay, take a bowl of water and cover it with the lid. Now heat this water for some time. Now wait for a while. Now remove the lid and observe the side of the lid facing the hot water. You will find tiny droplets of water on lid. Yes, this was steam. Okay, or you can say this was the water vapor in the bowl that changes back to the water droplets. And this process is called condensation process. Okay, water vapor changes back to water by cooling. This process is called condensation process. Now, you know that you can heat or cool water to change its form, one form to other form, right? So, water changes its form in nature too, and this gives rise to water cycle. So, let's study about the water cycle. So, water, water vapor and ice. These are the three forms of water, right? So, water is present in rivers, lakes and ponds and seas, right? So, due to the heat of the sun, the water from these sources evaporates and changes into water vapor. Okay, and this water vapor mixes with the air and rises up. Okay. Yes. So high above the ground, the air is cool. The water vapor cools and condenses to form tiny drops of water. And these drops gather together to form clouds. Okay. Here, this water vapor cools down and forms droplets of water, tiny droplets of water. Okay. And these tiny droplets of water join together to form clouds. Okay. Inside the clouds, the small drops of water join to form big drops of water. Okay. When the clouds pass through the cooler air, they get cool further. And the water drops join together to become bigger. Okay. When the big drops of water become so heavy that the cloud cannot hold them. So these drops of water comes down as rain. Okay. When the cloud passes through the cooler air, they get cooled further. Okay. And these water drops join together to become bigger. And when they become very big, they fall to the ground as rain. Okay. Yes. So, this rainwater once again reaches the rivers, lakes and ponds. And again the heat of the sun evaporates water, which then forms clouds, and the clouds bring then rain, right? And this cycle of evaporation of water from the earth and then returning to the earth in the form of rain is called water cycle. Okay? Yes. This rainwater flows back into rivers, lakes and seas, where it again changes to water vapor. And this repeated change of water to water vapor and again back to water is called the water cycle. Children, you must have heard about the snowfall, right? So how does it happen? Yes, sometimes when the air is very cold, the water droplets in the clouds freeze to form ice. Okay, and this ice fall to the ground as hail or snow. Yes. So children, what we have learned today? We have learned about the air. So air contains oxygen, carbon dioxide and nitrogen, right? Then air also has water vapor, dust, germs, smoke and other harmful gases, right? Then we learned about 3 different forms of water. Which are the 3 different forms of water? Yes, water, water vapor and ice. These are the 3 different forms of water. Then we have learned about water cycle, right? So revise these topics and read your science textbook. Thank you and have a nice day.